There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
Hi, Benjamin, right? Is your name Benjamin?
Yeah, it is.
That's what it says on your tag. That's a nice name.
Yeah, they give you these when you start working at Staples.
Yeah,
It's
it
a little
is
name.
nice.
It's a lanyard so people can scream at me, but they can call me by my name.
But I saw you speak when you were doing your Kissel Money Management speak the other day,
Yeah.
and you said the idea of
boom, flip it.
boom flip it. The first thing I thought was, how do I get closer to that man?
Yeah.
How do I get closer to the thoughts of that man?
Do you have any money?
No, but I have these.
Who needs this job at Staples?
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
My name's Glorp.
Oh, Glorp, that was my mother's name. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the last podcast on the left. I am Ben with Henry and, of course, with Mr. Marcus Parks as well.
Hello.
This is a story about one of the most dangerous sexual playgrounds that ever existed, which is...
Really?
Yep. Is the conferences around a Utah-based MLM. There's no more... There is just so much sex, so much scintillation in this world.
Yes, indeed. Of course, rarely do we cover a subject that you can Google them and you can find out what they look like naked. But this week, and I believe next week as well,
Yes.
we are indeed covering a superstar in the true crime world. God knows Nancy Grace made a lot of money off of her. We are going to talk about Jodi Arias. So here it is, Jodi Arias. People have been asking about Jodi for a long time.
Mm-hmm. People still asking about Jodi. Jodi holds the fucking attention of the country still to this day.
Yes, she
and,
does.
And Jodi is a sexy woman's name. And I do believe...
Is it?
Yeah, it's sexier than Glorp.
Well, I mean, it depends what you're into, I guess.
But if it's a woman named Glorp, I don't think she's going to become a dirty, naughty sex symbol.
Oh, my.
Unless she's got some crazy yowzers like I do.
Yes, indeed.
Jodi Arias was an American murderer who, on June 4th, 2008, slaughtered her ex-boyfriend Travis Alexander at his home in Mesa, Arizona, after their tumultuous, years-long relationship turned sour for the last time.
For the last time.
For the last time. So was it her ex-boyfriend when she killed him? Or were they dating and then that was sort of like, we're breaking up now?
I think that...
It was an on-again, off-again relationship for years.
Okay.
Or not
This
for
is
years,
a-
for about a year and a half.
Okay.
This is a message out to all y'all single last podcast people. Just know that
What are you talking about? All of our listeners are in extremely steady, stable relationships.
One of the three of us is in a relationship with his pool. Jodi,
Don't forget about the dogs.
I know, but I don't include them sexually.
I almost had, that Far Side cartoon where the overweight woman is hanging up the wanted for the dog, the missing dog posters, and it's in her butt crack. I kind of had that happen with Jerry this morning. I was like, where is this dog? Because he runs away all the time, so I freak out. And then he was kind of near my backside there.
That is horrifying.
Yes, indeed.
But to the single listeners of Last Podcast on the Left, understand this, is that one of the most dangerous places you can be in, and I think that if murders happen within a relationship, I'm going to say this is no statistics prove this whatsoever.
Sure.
But one of the most dangerous places to be is in an unlabeled relationship. Like that thing
sure.
where you, like, while I believe that you should exist however you want to exist and however you relationships want to be, just know that when you're in this world, because sometimes one person, while you keep saying there's no label here,
right?
We're free. We're two birds that choose to perch together in an open cage. What happens sometimes is that the other person might have a label for it,
right.
on their own, and they might kill you to make the label static forever on a Wikipedia page.
Well, and that's not fun for anyone.
Well, what followed the murder was years of courtroom drama that rivaled the coverage of the Casey Anthony case, albeit for entirely different reasons. While Casey Anthony inspired feelings of indignant rage, how could that mother kill her child? Jodi Arias' trial was all about raunchy, illicit, explicit sex.
Thank God. I woke up today and I wasn't feeling myself, but now I feel great, Henry.
Yeah,
Thanks for groaning and moaning like that.
That's. I feel like it's important to ladle this with as much fake orgasm sounds as possible, just for the memory of Jodi Arias.
I don't think that Jodi ever faked an orgasm in her life. You can call her whatever you want to call her, but you can't call her a liar.
Yeah, maybe so might be correct.
No, he could not be more wrong.
But Marcus, you haven't been watching the same amount of trial footage that I have this week. Wait until next week when you really start watching trial footage. The indignant rage is there.
That is
Oh,
true.
yeah. People, I do
true.
remember people being mad at her.
Yeah, it's a different kind of indignant rage, though. And with
Yes.
Casey Anthony, it's all dead kids. Oh, God, this is so fucking awful. But,
Very sad. Yes.
But with Jodi Arias, like, you actually got to hear Jodi Arias come in court.
Yep.
All right. What do you mean? Well, we'll get to it.
You get to hear her fucking.
So the prosecution was just like, and let's just take a moment to watch her ejaculate. So she just came on the stand.
This is a whole. The second episode of this, we'll get into the truly seedy side of all of this. But Jodi Arias is technically it's the sexiest a witness stand has ever been.
All right. Okay. Wow.
Well, Travis Alexander, the victim here, he was a devout Mormon, and Jodi Arias had been the dirty little fuck buddy that he'd purposefully kept on the side for years until he could find a proper Mormon wife.
Uh-oh.
And it paid off great.
It definitely paid off something. You always, the fuck buddy needs to be the most sane person that you know.
Yeah.
That's the strange irony of all of it. And it needs to be someone that you are actually in love with, but they don't want to be with you.
That's important.
So then you're just like, yeah, I'm totally cool with this, Stacey. Like, yeah, we're just like fuck buddies. And then, yes, you can cry.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you will stay alive.
Yep.
But when you try to compartmentalize a highly dangerous person while continuing to have sex with them, even after it has become clear that they are unstable, unpredictable, and potentially violent, the result is sometimes murder.
Murder.
I wonder what he saw in this woman, the unpredictable, beautiful woman who was just slightly crazy enough to make him nut harder than any human being on the face of the planet.
I don't know what he saw.
This guy really thought he had it figured out.
Well, that's the problem. Is what we'll see is that his own stunted version of relationships. Marcus does address this here. Again, we're not victim blaming.
No.
It's just the concept of when you're dealing with a habitual line stepper, right? Jodi Arias was a habitual line stepper. Every single time she did something that was highly fucked up,
Right.
he would still have sex with her and string her along. And then as she becomes more and more unpredictable, he's still keeping her around thinking that he's the fucking, what he called himself, that he's being Big T-Dog, right?
Oh,
And
I
he
see.
knows how to handle what's going on, but in the end, he had no clue what he was messing with.
Definitely not. Sounds to me like she's a bit out of bounds, according to Guy Fieri.
Yeah, continuing to have a sexual relationship with a person like Jodi Arias, it's kind of like raising a bear in your own backyard. I mean, yeah, at first it's all cuddles and
What, you
fun.
want to have sex with it?
No,
What are you talking about? Where is this analogy going? It's kind of like fucking the bear that you're raising for a little while. And then it turns out you skipped lunch with the bear. He ate your cock off.
I mean, Marcus said he wants to run a zoo, but I didn't know why.
You got a little tiny bear and it's cuddles and it's fun. You're thinking this is going to be great forever.
Yeah, he's got a pussy that won't quit.
Ben, that bear's going to grow up. And the question is not if it will attack, but when.
Yeah, and it's been saying
Yes.
it's been into anal this whole time, and it turns out
Oh,
it's not.
really? Wow. I just love that Marcus had to come up with an analogy, and he's like, what would make me happy? Oh, raising a little bear. I've never heard you mention bears before. I didn't even think that you cared about a bear, but apparently quarantine is changing all of us.
I'd love to have a little bear.
He'd love to have a little bear.
I didn't know. I'll get you a bear.
But this is more about the idea of you think you're in charge.
Yes.
Like Travis was very, very deadly wrong that
Right.
he was not in charge of the situation.
Absolutely.
As we said, the Jodi Arias trial got nearly as much coverage as Casey Anthony's, complete with nightly self-righteous bloviations from Nancy Grace about how awful and terrible of a human being Jodi Arias really was.
Can you believe she has the nerve to be beautiful?
Nancy Grace, I do have to defend her. When we met her at Crime Con, she was wearing cowboy boots and sweatpants, and then a little blouse, and it was just adorable.
She's really cute. You can hit her with the Jeep, and she'll just roll over the hood. She's a very strong, tiny woman.
We broke up 3 months ago.
Get out of here, Nancy. Yeah. No, Laura Flynn Boyle from Wayne's World is going to come up quite a bit.
Since there was so much coverage, we used plenty of documentaries and TV shows as research. Too many to list. But our main source here is Picture Perfect by Shanna Hogan, which is a solid, straightforward accounting of this crime of the century of the week.
It's a great way to put it.
Now, the question of how a woman premeditatively stabbed her ex-boyfriend over 24 times in the pursuit of his murder is answered in the buildup of 1,000 small incidents. So while some of what we're going to talk about in this episode may seem relatively trivial, it's all necessary to understanding the why behind this crime.
Indeed.
It's why a pile of pebbles can turn into a wall.
Yeah.
She is the escalation is really intense, and it happens fairly quickly, and it's kind of written on the wall. I don't know what happened, but as soon as she chose Travis, I was talking about this with Natalie.
Yeah.
Travis Alexander, whatever you want to say about him, is that he's a fairly, I don't want to say like run-of-the-mill guy, but he was successful in his own little world, but he's a converted Mormon that
He converted, huh?
from a little kid. We'll get into the story, but she chose him.
Yeah.
And when she chose him, everything else kind of went out the door for her. And then when he thought he was Mr. Johnny Cool with his dirty little texts, thinking that he can handle all this on his own.
Do you think that he said before he said to text me, like, this is going to be a nasty one?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting nasty today.
Well, essentially, I mean, this story has all the drama of a Lifetime movie, but with none of the shine and gloss that's added in to make it a palatable hour and a half of trash TV. And what we're left with is a truly filthy, yet still tragic murder. And when it comes to the upbringings of murderer Jodi Arias and murder victim Travis Alexander, they pretty much had the opposite types of childhoods than what we've come to expect from a murderer-murderee relationship. Travis, the murder victim, had an absolutely fucking awful childhood, being one kid out of 8 born to meth-head parents whose house was so disgusting, Travis developed a phobia of cockroaches from waking up so many times covered in bugs.
All right, makes sense.
You'd think that the human mind would make you then friends with the bugs.
I mean, you got to have some friends somewhere, but I think at some point, once the bugs are eating all of your food and you realize they are actually a total enemy, it might traumatize you.
Yeah, when one of the bugs turns out to be child molester Woody Allen. That's got to be very unfortunate.
He was in a bug's life. I did not know that.
He was actually an ants.
Oh,
that came out the same year as a Bug's Life.
Morningstar. We talked about this on Top End. I get that wrong all the time.
All the time.
I actually mention it quite often.
You do.
That's strange.
Well, Travis's parents were also violent, because Travis's father once destroyed all of his mother's belongings with an axe in a meth-fueled rage, and Travis's mother would regularly beat the children if they woke her up from one of her meth come-down naps. Henry, you know what this is all about.
Yeah, oh yeah. I try to never wake up myself when I'm coming down from meth. I get so mad I beat me.
I get it, though. My dad was an over-the-road truck driver overnight. He would drive at the night, so he sleeps during the day. You wake up the dad, next thing you know, everything's falling apart. The strange thing about waking up someone who doesn't want to be woken up, they actually wake up, and then they get very, very physical, and then technically that's going to make them stay up longer.
That's what happens.
I just want to be like, go to bed. Why are you mad?
Stop beating me. You're raising your heart rate. But my father had a full-time job as a police officer, but then he had a nighttime job of being at the bar. Right. And then his not waking him up was a part of the day, which is why Jackie and I used to make videos outside.
Which is perfect. Great for creativity.
However, Travis actually got somewhat lucky because he also had a nice Mormon grandmother. and instead of following in his parents' footsteps, he took the Mormon path because that was a hell of a lot better than the life his parents were offering.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to follow in a meth head's footsteps?
Yeah,
Think about where you got to go and how fast you have to do it.
all the stutter steps. You have to climb on top of a bus stop. You got to go hang out and spin in a circle like by the causeway. It's very difficult.
So, following his grandmother's faith, Travis was baptized as a Mormon at the age of 10, became a full member at 16, and served his mission in Denver, Colorado when he came of age.
I thought you had to go somewhere that was like hard to be.
No.
You just get to go to Denver?
Some people do.
Some people do. It depends on what you pull, which one you pull, because it depends also when you volunteer, and it depends on what your skill sets are. Like, I remember I had a Mormon friend in high school that was close to fluent in Spanish, so he went to South America.
Okay.
And so if you're super, like, vocal and knowledgeable about terpenes, yeah, you do great in Denver.
All right.
Now, Travis's Mormon faith is among the most interesting and defining aspects of his short life. See, unlike a lot of people raised in the Mormon faith who find it oppressive, Travis saw it as an escape from an awful situation, joining not for the teachings of Joseph Smith, but rather for the comfort a Mormon life provided.
Travis seems to me like he converted for community.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it became a lifestyle. Like, I think that because I would never label him necessarily, especially because of his actions. He really wasn't a devout Mormon. He just was really in tune with the lifestyle because it changed his whole life.
Sure.
It got him success in his job. It got him a stable social circle. All of these things that were really important to him, more important than whatever the Mormon church had to say, obviously, because the rest of the time he was gooshing as much as he physically could, which I get.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, that's a very important reason for a lot of people to join the church. I still remember when someone came to our church who was gay, and our church said, we know exactly what to do, so they hooked him up with a lesbian who was also a truck driver, and they got married, and I don't think it canceled each other out. I have no idea what they're doing nowadays.
That is a perfect solution, Kissel.
Isn't it? That's what my church thought.
It's so
It
good.
really happened.
It's always really important because what this story in particular really shows, it's really important to take all those emotions that all humans feel at all times, unpredictable and not, and really cram them down into a trunk.
Right.
Like down inside of you, because they never just like turn into a fucking spike of horrible violence.
Absolutely not. Great point, Henry.
Well, joining the church introduced a lifelong schism into Travis's life, because while the Mormon faith arguably saved his life, you can't really be a cultural Mormon and partake in the community without adhering to all the weird bullshit rules. Or at least appearing to adhere to the bullshit rules.
Yeah, he tried.
Yeah.
He tried to
He absolutely
follow
tried.
all the rules. You know, and because that's a part of it, is that he thought it's just so difficult to be a casual Mormon. Because what have we learned from the Mormonism series that we did? Inherently, it's a fringe religion. It's
Right.
very orthodox. You can't just play at being Orthodox Jewish. You know what I mean? Like, you have to buy into the system at some point, because if not, you're technically surrounded by a sea of narcs
Right.
that are also bitter about not having coffee and not gooshing into the butt before they're married. And they
they can do that.
They can be mad at you. Well, they can do it, but sometimes it gets you moited.
Okay.
So, Travis began adulthood trying to live the life of a good Mormon, playing the part of the hardworking and industrious funny guy in the group, who, despite the shitty hand life adult, he always kept that Mormon positivity at the forefront.
He's the kind of guy with 4 Dunder Mifflin shirts.
I just think The Office is one of the funniest shows that's ever happened on TV because it's just like my office job. It's like my job.
You should come down to my office and see so many characters in that. You can write a whole show about. There's a guy named Joe and he got accused of rape. And there's a guy named
It's like
Tom.
that episode of The Office.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's just like our job.
Early on, though, Travis found himself wildly in debt, which led to him getting caught up in a multi-level marketing program called Prepaid Legal.
Oh, no.
Founded in 1973 by a guy named Harlan Stonecipher.
Cool.
That is a cool name.
Prepaid Legal isn't necessarily an out-and-out scam, but it is definitely an MLM. Pretty much how it works is you buy into the Prepaid Legal team through an associate by paying $250, and they give you the privilege of selling insurance that ensures the buyer always has a lawyer when they need one.
Oh, that gives me the privilege to sell insurance.
This is awesome. For only $250?
I get to sell insurance?
I think I saw an episode of The Office about this.
This is incredible. Wait till I tell everybody down at the whorehouse where I've been working as a mop boy all this time.
Yeah, not anymore, buddy. Now you're selling insurance. It's even worse than being a cum mop.
For every policy sold, the associate makes $100. And of course, there's always plenty of pressure to get more associates under you who also sell plans. And they are in turn pressured to get more associates under them. And so on and so forth it goes.
Seems like it's building some kind of pyramid.
It's kind of like a plan, or I would even say a scheme. Some sort of scheme. Some kind of scheme to build a pyramid.
Well, I don't know anything about that. I don't think The Office covered that.
The original pyramid was built by artisans.
Isn't that something?
But whether it was his positive attitude or his natural charm, Travis Alexander was one of the few people who could make a multi-level marketing scheme work for him.
Yep.
He was actually successful and even managed to sell a plan to the guy who played Barney the dinosaur, which was a big fucking get in the 90s.
Yep.
What are you talking? That's a big get now. That's a big get forever.
He got the guy who played Barney the dinosaur, and he got a picture of, because I forget the line was like something like, now tell me if you think a dinosaur needs to get insurance. Shouldn't you?
I think yes. The answer is yes.
I mean, he was the funny guy, you know, like he would play in his presentations, like he had like an old man character that he'd play, you know, he was just the regular funny guy.
Well,
Yeah.
you got it. If you're selling to Barney, you better be on your A game, because you know Barney is sweet on camera, but he's a real Ellen behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, he is looking at you up and down, because if you're coming at Barney, it needs to be choice.
Yes, it does.
Well, going off this, Travis doubled down on a life of self-betterment and positivity. And while there's nothing wrong with that, it later created some gigantic blind spots when it came to judging other people, namely Jodi Arias.
He was a happy-go-lucky guy.
Sure.
He thought he was in his own world, right, where he was kind of a superstar. And he did all of these sort of motivational speaker things where he'd come out and talk about, and because he did change his life.
Yeah.
He went from living a very hard lifestyle and then moved his way up. And now he's comfortably within this world of the Mormon church, which is a haven for predators.
Well, I mean, and to his credit, you don't assume that the person you are in a relationship with or quasi-relationship is going to be a murderer.
No.
Most of them are not.
No.
I do.
Well, that's because you live a life of fear because of your abused childhood when it comes to how the women treat you.
I'm just scared of women, and I think importantly so. Because I know a woman can kill, and they will kill.
Yes, indeed.
Eventually, Travis moved to the Mormon stronghold of Mesa, Arizona, the most conservative city in America, which, according to a former mayor, attracts the sort of people who think, quote, being boring is okay.
Oh, man, we got listeners at Mesa who just threw their fucking, I want to say, just old school cans across the room.
Whatever. All you know is, though, the outliers of Mesa are going crazy. Like, that is where, like, they're like, yeah, it's pretty normal out here. And then you go to a field party and you're like, how is everybody gaping?
Yeah.
How is that even possible?
I
Everyone
just
is doing
saw a man blow DMT inside of another man's asshole.
it. Yeah. So anyway, I guess it's okay to be normal here, huh?
And even though Mormons now make up only 14% of the Mesa population, they were the founders of the city, and they still control the levers of government to the point where even the current mayor is just the latest in a long string of Mormon leaders. Now, obviously, the Mormon community is why Travis Alexander chose the town of Mesa, because while he had his conflicts, like, Travis was still a pretty dedicated member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I wouldn't necessarily say devout, but definitely dedicated.
He's more into it than all of us.
Yeah, but he was a part of their society, a functioning part, and to rise up in it, like, he was thriving within the Mormon community, so he was sticking by it.
And to be a functioning part of any kind of church community, that means you just have to participate in the potluck, and you better make enough fucking gumbo for everyone this time.
Yep.
Okay?
If
Just
one person is hungry, you know who didn't leave one person hungry?
Isn't that interesting?
Jesus. He threw a bunch of fish at people.
Fucking fish at people.
In fact, Travis promised all the things a Mormon is supposed to promise, and he tried to live by that shit. He swore in his endowment ceremony that he would not have sexual relations with anyone other than his wife, and even went as far as to wear a CTR ring. Now, this was one of those small things that we didn't get to cover in our Mormonism series, but CTR is an abbreviation of the Mormon phrase, choose the right. Taken from an old Mormon hymn, it's supposed to be a reminder to choose the righteous path in all decisions. But like most oppressive religions, it's mostly used to suppress sexual urges. But even though Travis read the Book of Mormon over 20 times and could recite hundreds of passages from memory, sex was his one weak point. Because Travis, like almost every other man in his 20s, he liked to fuck. And he liked it dirty, at least dirty by Mormon standards, normal by everyone else's.
I mean, his ideas must have been so exotic to everybody else. We'll get into what his friends thought of Jodi later on, but that's kind of the truth, is that he came from a fairly childlike view of sex, especially because of the Mormon church. But he was just a healthy mid-20s guy that was horny as all fucking get out.
I mean,
and so the Mormon juice didn't go all the way down to the roots. It didn't get down to the stem. The stem was a good old normal American.
You're grabbing your penis in front of me. That's the stem? That's what I figured.
Now, at first, Travis felt pretty guilty about his dalliances and confessed to multiple sexual conquests. This, of course, led him to temporarily lose his temple privileges every single time, which effectively cut him off from his community for the entire time that he was banned. You can't go in a temple, you can't be a Mormon. Part of the problem was that Travis was having sexual encounters with other Mormons, which led to a collective guilt that usually resulted in those confessions. But in 2006, Travis Alexander met a woman who seemed to be the dirty little non-Mormon fuckdoll on the side who could circumvent all of that.
What we're going to see is Travis. Normally the tragedy here would be a man hurting another woman's feelings, hurting another person's feelings for the sake of treating them like an object.
Yeah.
Right? Travis found Jodi Arias, and it's true. I think the term fuckdoll is what he did view her as. He thought of her was just a thing that was going to be his property. Like women are received, and the way women are perceived within the Mormon church. He was still in that fucking view of reality, that he viewed women as subjected to men, that we go and they do what they want with women. But
Seems
Jodi
like
Arias,
he needed a weekend with Jackie Zabrowski.
I mean,
she would have beat him up.
She would have beat the shit. No, that's what he got was stabbed 30 times.
He did have a weekend with Jackie Zabrowski.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like with Travis Alexander, like Jodi Arias was him sowing his wild oats. You know, get it out of your system before you find the proper Mormon wife.
Nothing is crazier than oats.
Well,
Said that before.
I don't know why they always say sow the wild oats.
Oh, that's crazy. You're going to make a nutty bread with that, huh?
Oh, look at how wild this oat is. It's very brown.
Wow. You're really sowing that wild oat.
Now, unlike Travis, Jodi Arias had a relatively normal, if slightly volatile, suburban upbringing. The eldest of 5 kids born to Bill and Sandra Arias in Salinas, California, Jodi, by her own admission, had an ideal cul-de-sac childhood. But as Jodi approached her teens, she began to show signs of instability. Although friends described her as intelligent and shy, her parents encountered an irritable, enraged rebel who regularly threatened suicide when she didn't get her way.
I mean, yeah.
That's
being a teenager.
Yes, her parents decidedly could not handle her emotions.
No,
Well, we now with Jodi Arias, or I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. Jodi Arias, when there are a lot of people who kind of did the armchair psychotherapy and psychiatry on her, and then in the trial we'll see how many people try to diagnose her with bullshit, and they all say different stuff.
Yeah.
But whatever she had cooking down inside was bubbling up as a teenager, and she just would spike really, really hard, where she would have outrageous outbursts. But the parents, instead of being like, what's wrong? Like, hey, how can we help? They were like, you're bad, which didn't help anything.
I see.
Yeah, you're bad, and they also met it with violence. Like, her dad was this big, huge fucking dude. He'd push her into walls and furniture when she disobeyed. And her mother, when she was a kid, carried around a wooden spoon in her purse. And if the kids act up, thwack with the fucking spoon.
Well, that's pretty classic.
I got
that's
whacked with
pretty
a spoon.
vintage.
You got whacked with a spoon, right?
Of course, the spoon. I mean, my parents would go shopping for the ones with holes in them, so you can get extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want that crack in the bat.
And you turned out just fine. We all did.
I'm talking to you.
All three of us had corporal punishment, and boy, we turned out great, didn't we?
I'm fine. I'm not paying how much money a month for therapy.
I don't ejaculate every time I stub my toe or anytime I feel an immense amount of pain. No, I'm fine, man. It's totally normal. Yeah.
Well, the big conflict came when Jodi was caught growing weed in Tupperware containers on the roof of her house, which caused her dad to overreact and call the cops.
Oh, never do that.
She had those kinds of parents.
Yeah.
Where they, instead of like punishing her or flipping out, they just called the cops on her.
Why would never call the cops? It's not like a learning lesson. It's like your kid's going to go away for 10 years and have a rap sheet.
Yes. Yeah. Or they'll randomly kill somebody in the future.
Whatever.
After that, Jodi kept her entire life a secret from both of her parents. She effectively cut them off. Now, the news media likes to go on and on about how attractive Jodi Arias is, and while she is conventionally good-looking, she's basically your standard brunette who's just pretty enough to use her looks to get what she wants.
But she's a murderer 10.
She's a murderer
Just
10.
like Casey Anthony. Casey Anthony is like, she's just kind of a normal Florida girl, but
For murderers.
for a murderer.
Yeah.
But I would put her, if we're going to get into this horrible conversation, I would say that Jodi Arias is more attractive than Casey Anthony, actually. Objectively.
I disagree. I think Casey Anthony is cuter than Jodi Arias.
Well,
Great. Well, I'm just so happy we're talking about this. There's a dead child and a dead man. But which one of these two chicks had better hoo-haws? That is a toss-up.
But the problem with attaching your worth to your attractiveness is that it tends to mix up the ego circuits. And when it came to Jodi, she lost herself in relationships, making whoever she dated her total identity. When she'd get upset at whoever she was dating, she'd turn the anger inward and suppress it until she'd later unleash every negative emotion by kicking holes in walls, smashing windows, and breaking shit. All behaviors that essentially made her a person made entirely of red flags. The first person to get a taste of all this was Bobby Juarez, a vampire-obsessed 18-year-old goth who worked at the local gas station arcade combo.
Oh, dude, I love this guy.
yeah, gas station goths are the bridge to a lot of personal awakenings in small towns.
Hell yeah, man. And you know you can just flip the switch on the video games and then you can play for free. You just got to go in the back.
Day long.
All day.
But this was her first taste of the counterculture. She dated a gasoline vampire.
Hey, man, that's better than blood. That's oil.
Now, Jodi was all in when it came to the arcade vampire lifestyle. But when Bobby started talking about moving further south to join the real vampires of California, she ended the relationship. That was too much.
It was scary.
Oh, man. And now, as we learned with Johnny Depp, Hollywood vampires, it's not really a group you even want to be a part of.
No, I mean, but I bet you they have quite a spread backstage.
Oh, I'm so sure of that. That they don't eat.
And of course they don't eat. They're fucking, Johnny Depp's smoking meth. He's not hungry. Alice Cooper brings his own salad.
Of course he does.
Now, Jodi was very easily influenced, and while working at the family restaurant one day, a regular started quoting scripture from Revelation and even gave her his date for the apocalypse, September 23rd, 1997. It's coming.
No, it's already happened.
Damn.
So, worried about the immortal soul of her vampire ex-boyfriend, Jodi called up Bobby to warn him about the upcoming rapture, and they ended up getting back together.
Wait, what?
She learned about this. This is how she learned that sometimes you just call an ex-boyfriend and then you're boyfriend and girlfriend again.
All over again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And before her parents knew it, she'd lost herself in the relationship, and she moved in with Bobby at the age of 17. Problem was, Jodi was still in high school, and Bobby the Goth didn't have a job anymore.
What happened to the gas station gig?
I don't have time to work at the gas station anymore. I have to build this casket.
Well, all right.
Do you have any idea how hard Dr. Van Helsing will attempt to find my hidden grave?
No, I make a good point. I get it.
But yeah, we are out of tackies. if you could go to the grocery store and get the spicy ones.
Yeah, the little rolled up chips then. Huh? Yeah, isn't that kind of fun? You can kind of suck the sour cream right through them.
You gotta break the points off so I don't get stabbed through the heart. Okay? It's scary to be a vampire. I'm vulnerable.
It ain't easy, no.
After Jodi broke up with him the first time, he went into the mental institution for a while. He did not take it well.
Oh, wow. I see.
So, Jodi dropped out of high school her senior year. She never graduated from high school, and she got a job at Denny's as a server, while also bussing tables at a restaurant called The Purple Plum.
Things were different. This would turn into like a song. Something about gas station vampire and a waitress at Denny's making sweet love, robbing a bank. Like, there's a whole lot of romance that could have happened in this scenario that was just unfulfilled.
Just the purple plum. I have too many friends with hemorrhoids that I can't even deal with that term.
Yeah, I just think
I'm
Ed
pretty
Larson,
sure that's how Eddie describes it, as a purple plum.
Yeah, him just wincing on an airplane is all I see when I think of purple plums.
There was unfortunately not much romance there because, Bobby, he was spending all their money calling to 1-900 phone sex lines.
What?
Yeah, he had an addiction.
The 90s, huh?
Hi, what are you wearing tonight? Wearing a cape. I'm a vampire, so it's hard for me to go outside. Wow, that's so interesting. Yeah, there's thousands of years of lore going all the way back to Central Europe. As you can tell, it starts with Vlad the Impaler, the Vlad Dracul, that even though his name does sound ferocious, he did bring together the Hungarian people in a revolution. That's great.
It's just gone up to $5 a minute. $5 a minute.
So if you trace the Vlad Dracul's lineage, you'd see that actually he inspired many Hungarian heroes of the same. There was Vlad Dracul 2. There was Vlad Dracul 3.
Congratulations, your 45th minute is free.
And I'm making money on this.
And Bobby was also having an emotional affair with a woman in Louisiana through email. And
What? Okay, I'm not even getting into all this emotional affair stuff.
What do you mean?
Emotional? Why?
It's very real.
I don't.
Emotional fails are
It
they're
could
very
be called
real.
a friendship.
Yeah, but there is a little bit of I'm going to say there's a little bit of paprika on a friendship.
It's different.
That is more of an emotional affair.
It makes a good deviled egg.
And some relish.
It's a little different though. You guys have you would be upset if you found out that your fiancés or wives had an emotional relationship.
Yeah, that's what we said. Yeah, that's what we were saying.
I figured it all out.
Enormously upset, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
cheating.
upset.
It's emotionally cheating. It's an emotional affair.
All right.
I just
Okay, I got it. I get it.
Well, after they had a fight about all this, Bobby, he almost broke Jodi's arm. He physically attacked her. So she moved in with her grandparents.
I didn't know that when I said I liked him. I said I liked him because he worked at a freaking gas station / arcade and he's a vampire.
Well, eventually, she made her way down to Big Sur, where she got a job at a resort working for a man named Daryl Brewer. Daryl was a chain-smoking alcoholic, 20 years older, and recently divorced. But for some reason, Jodi fell for him.
'cause he's fucking cool. He's got a divorce.
That is pretty awesome.
When you meet a new guy who's just divorced and he's acting like he's 18 again, but he's 41 years old, that's fucking cool as hell. Especially when you're 18.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. The way he smokes and drinks all the time and stuff.
All the time, doesn't give a shit about you, so you're just like, that's so fucking cool. He's so busy handling his divorce.
Right.
That gives me a WAP.
He's probably smoking 40 cigarettes a day.
yeah.
I looked up WAP this morning.
What is it?
It means wet ass pussy. It's Cardi B song, the new Cardi B song.
Tracks.
I had to look it up.
Well, now, so the pussy, the pussy is wet because the butt's sweaty.
No, it's wet ass. Wet ass. Ass is
Is the
ass
sweat
load.
coming from the butt?
No, the ass is a.
Why is she
What
wet?
is that? A descriptive adverb? What would you call that? Of wet?
Yeah, wet ass.
Isn't this the woman that everyone wanted to run for Senate?
I mean, I'm still behind it. I support her now.
But this time, with Daryl, Jodi molded herself into being what she thought Daryl wanted by emulating Daryl's ex-wife. Jodi dyed her hair blonde to look like her, got breast implants right after the ex-wife did to get similar-sized breasts, and she even bought the same kind of car that Daryl's ex-wife drove.
I bet you it's one of those VW bugs.
Yeah.
Could be. Everyone loved the bugs. My mom had a bug. It was really cute.
They are cute, but it's like a hot girl car.
Yeah.
It's like the way, like a Jetta. Do you remember when Jetta was like a hot girl
you think
car?
my mom's hot?
She could
I
have
have
been.
her
I haven't
number.
seen old
Do you
pictures
want-
of her.
You want to have an emotional relationship with my mom?
That's actually I would rather have a physical relationship with your mother than an emotional relationship. I don't want to go into the sphere of the Kissel family emotions any deeper than I'm in.
My.
But this is to me the big turning point.
Yeah.
I asked a bunch of friends about this, and the idea of when she went single white female, because that's what this is, right?
Right.
She starts to mold herself in the view of what she thought Daryl Brewer would love.
Yeah.
Right? That I'm going to
But they're
just like
getting a divorce.
but he moved closer to the wife several times. He was very close and missed his wife. And he talked about his ex-wife quite a bit. And so she, starting to play psychological games, she dyed the hair blonde. And in my mind, I think that's when her entire character changed. The hair dye, the blonde hair released something inside of her. It's like we talk about when Andrew Cunanan bleached his hair.
Yeah.
And then he went fucking kill crazy. There's something about this idea of like, she became another person and realized she was giving up some of herself for this other man. And then that should lead to a series of expectations, right? Of look at how I've changed. You didn't ask me to change.
Right.
But look at how much I'm changing
She went under the knife.
to be.
She got breast implants.
She got a breast implants. We don't know whether or not he asked her or if she just did that. But there's something about this thing of like, now there's a series of being like, well, now you owe me emotionally because of how much I changed to be sexual.
I mean, what else does this guy have going on? I mean, if I'm him, sure.
I mean, I don't know.
He's a 40-year-old chain-smoking alcoholic who owns a resort in Big Sur.
Yeah. Just hang out with Jodi a bunch.
But he has no rules. And it's not like Outback no rules. Because actually
Outback has a lot of
there's
rules.
a lot of rules.
A lot of freaking rules.
There's a
and
lot
by the
of
way,
rules.
if I ask for more of the dipping sauce from the Bloomin' Onion, and then they're like $3,
It's like, well, that's a
point?
rule fucking right there.
onions are very cheap. and the Bloomin' Onion itself is $20. So you can give me a little bit more of the dressing, please.
You're paying for craft. You're paying for man hours.
I know what I'm doing.
Now, Jodi ended up dating Daryl for 3 years, but by 2006, things were starting to wind down. She was starting to get bored with him. But just as that relationship was disintegrating, Jodi's manager at California Pizza Kitchen showed her a prepaid legal DVD, and she immediately bought in.
She doesn't have a high school degree, though.
Nope.
Didn't need one.
But she was going to be part of... Well, we'll get into it.
Yeah, she didn't need one. You don't need one to sell insurance. All you have to do is pay $250.
Well, I think
Yeah.
you should have some kind of education
Why?
so you know what the insurance is that you're selling and why did somebody need it.
Well,
so
just
that you're
because
not a
you
scam
didn't-
artist.
Marcus?
She paid $250, Ben. That's all it takes.
She got the privilege to sell insurance. She paid her
All right,
Ben,
$250.
that's the free market at work, my friend.
I love it. All right, that's great.
By September of that year, Jodi was meeting with Michelle Hagan, who was an associate of Travis Alexander's. And Jodi was invited to attend a prepaid legal convention in Las Vegas where she met the man she would one day murder.
But let's set the scene, all right? It's the Strip. You got friggin' Dean Martin.
Oh, love Dean.
He's slapping a maid. You got the Sahara. Got the buffets going.
Oh, my.
The city's a bustle. She's looking around like, oh, look at all of these lights and
Yeah.
and look at this is amazing.
The old Arby's restaurant where they actually had the cowboy hat that would light up as
Yeah.
opposed to the new Arby's logo that's a sellout logo.
Yeah, this is huge for her. She's seen it. She's feeling the vibe. You know what I mean? Siegfried's there. Roy is sick.
Oh, well,
This
Roy-
is during a period of time, so Siegfried's up there doing his spoken word album. It's not doing great, especially because he doesn't have a full grasp of the language.
Right,
You know,
right,
but
yeah.
it's a vibe.
All right,
Yeah.
so it's a lot of fun happening here.
Now, despite how the actual Lifetime movie about the murder makes it seem, the meeting of Jodi and Travis was terribly mundane. Pretty much a group of prepaid legal people were hanging around outside the Rainforest Cafe in Vegas.
Where else are you going to go? There's no other place to go. It is the place to be. They got the fucking volcano every 30 minutes, dude.
I don't like to eat around moving water. I just think it's very unappetizing. The whole smell.
Huh.
Anyway.
Are you fucking Baba Yaga?
I don't know
Like,
who's Baba Yaga.
It's just like the perennial old hag.
Yeah, she's the Russian boogie woman. She lives in a house with chicken feet that runs around.
Yeah, witches can't cross open water. Are you a fucking witch?
No, witches don't eat.
It does sound like
Witches
an old.
eat all
It
the
does
time.
sound like an
What do
old
witches
folk
eat?
tale. To keep the witch from stealing one's ears, one must always eat near running water.
Yeah.
Yes. It's just I don't like the way it smells. I mean, I know it's moving. I just don't like the Rainforest Cafe.
Okay.
That's different.
It's because of the moving water.
It's not because of all the animatronic things and getting misted from the ceiling and God knows where that water's coming from.
Give me a nice dry Planet Hollywood any day.
The key to a Planet Hollywood is it being dry.
Absolutely. If it's wet, that's
Get out of there. That's one that Arnold Schwarzenegger's been in directly.
Yes, he is.
Well, outside of the Rainforest Cafe, that's where Travis and Jodi met. It's pretty much just Travis saw her. Hey, she looks cute. I'm going to go talk to her. And almost immediately, he was transfixed.
Hi, Travis. At the first, Travis. Hi. I'm Jodi. And then you could just feel like, and everyone just like, what was that? And I just heard a 10-foot Mormon boner.
And since he was transfixed, the next day, he invited her to the prepaid legal Black and Gold Ball, which was a special event reserved only for high-level executives.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
So she
wow.
came. This was a huge get. She was just new. She just paid her $250. She
Right.
was just allowed to look at the documents, the sacred hidden documents
The
deep within a
insurance
chest.
documents?
Yes, it had to be. You had to put the Herkimer glasses on in order to see them. They didn't exist unless you put the Herkimer glasses on. Moroni delivered them. She looked at the special insurance page. So she was supposed to be nowhere near the Black and Gold Ball.
Yeah.
Wow.
Travis plucked her from the dregs. He plucked her from the footlings and put her up into with the stars.
Like a dumpy Cinderella. I love it.
Well, Jodi agreed.
She had, because she said she had nothing to wear. She was like, "Well, I can't go because I have nothing to wear." And
To
he's
the
like,
black. What is it? The black and gold?
Black and Gold Ball, yeah.
it was huge. And so he had to go, and he went out and he got her a dress and put it on her. And she, for that night, she too was a high-level executive.
All right. Well, good for her. She's living the dream.
After that, they got to know each other even better. And after Jodi told him about her relationship with Daryl and how it was falling apart because she wanted kids and he was a 40-year-old alcoholic, Travis started talking to her about what else but Mormonism.
Yep, Dad. This is when the sales pitch comes in clutch. This is when he understands, oh, I can convert. I can make a convert right here.
You know, I say you need a break, though. You can't just string. These are not Rodney Dangerfield jokes when it comes to relationships. You can't just string them along. You need to have a hard break. You need to break up with somebody, and then you need to take care of yourself.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, good advice.
I lost Jerry in my ass crack this morning. So,
Well, in the Mormonism pitch, Jodi saw another opportunity to mold herself into what a man wanted her to be, or at least what she thought a man wanted her to be. A week after the convention, Travis invited Jodi to a Mormon service where he presented her with the Book of Mormon and said, "I challenge you to read it."
he double dog dared her. He just straight up went Marty McFly with it. You call me chicken? You don't think I'll do this?
Well, I challenge you to read through this bullshit and try to understand it, and then come back to me in a week.
She might just be crazy enough to figure it all out.
That's exactly what she kind of thought, I think. I think I'm going to get this book. This is the time. This is the sign I've been waiting for.
It's got to be better than this Elkie she's dating previously. So,
But even though Mormonism was supposedly the reason for their meeting, this was also when they began a sexual relationship. See, since they lived in different states, they had met halfway at the home of Travis's friends, Chris and Sky Hughes.
the answer is no. If your friend is like, "Hey, bro, I got this new chick. Can we meet at your house?" Because we're just like, she's long distance, I'm long distance. The answer is no.
No, I don't let anybody just make my house a fuck stop.
No. So, after everyone went to bed, Travis snuck over to Jodi's room. Because remember, they got to keep it secret. Everyone in the house is a good Mormon. And he climbed into bed where they both participated in oral sex. beginning an emotional and sexual relationship that would drive both of them to the brink again and again over the next year and a half.
Must have been some great oral sex.
Well, it's interesting because what's weird is it's something similar that I think happened between me and my girlfriend because when I was in high school, right?
You want to tell us a story about how you and your girlfriend gave each other fellatio when you were in high school? Mm-hmm. You want to tell that story?
I'm just saying, but he went right to the cunnilingus.
Yeah.
Right? Which is fairly advanced for somebody who's probably, I don't know how much cunnilingus he's done.
Now I can't stop thinking of Skangili. And Skangili
Don't fucking say it. Don't even fucking say
I'm
it.
like so mad at you.
Don't even say it. I want to hear it again. But I will say, apparently, they kissed a little bit. And he went straight to the lick.
Yep,
great.
Which is like, I mean, I guess good for him.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Get right in there because that's legal. That's
Have a
Mormon legal for them to do the lick.
Okay.
Well, now starts the Mormon sex math
Yeah.
of like what counts as sex, which is like you tell one person if you give each other oral sex, that's normally you've had sex with each other. Actually, it's probably more intimate than sex.
Much more.
It could be, sure.
You'd say oral sex is more intimate than penny?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think so.
I think so.
We can have this conversation all day.
But you just dive right into it. So he was a curious boy with curious little ideas.
Yeah, he just ate this chick's pussy.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
Well, after that, Travis further endeared himself to Jodi by encouraging her new business venture, J. Fine Art and Photography, using motivational speaking terms like limitless thinking to spur her on, even though Jodi was a terrible fucking photographer.
She would maintain deep into the trial that that's what her job was in life, that she was a photographer.
No, she was a waitress.
Whatever.
Meanwhile, Jodi had told Daryl that she was no longer going to have sex with him because it was against LDS rules, which surprised Daryl because Jodi had never given a fuck about religion before that. Now, when Jodi and Travis couldn't meet at the Hughes home, they met in hotels halfway in between Arizona and California, where they would watch game shows, eat at the Sizzler, study the Book of Mormon, and continue to have nice Mormon sexual encounters that didn't quite break the rules.
Technically, all this sounds great.
Yeah, I've never been to a Sizzler.
What?
Never been there.
That's surprising. Is it too high class for you?
Yeah,
I've never
you
walked.
too
I've
good for
never
it?
driven by one. I've never seen a Sizzler. As far as I know, they're the cryptids of all restaurants. I don't think they exist.
We'll go to the one in Glendale because you and I need to bring buffets back. I'm not letting
it's a
buffets.
buffet?
Well, there's a buffet portion. No one gets the entrees. Only cucks get the entrees at Sizzlers. You go to the fucking buffet and you get all of the sides. You get the big onion rings, them corn nuggets. You're going to love it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sold.
Well, mostly Travis and Jodi kept it to oral sex and sometimes anal sex, which
That's
isn't-
legal.
It's not great in the eyes of the LDS, but it's not a full transgression.
Okay.
I feel like anal sex that's so much harder than vaginal
It's
sex.
very difficult. Indeed.
No, I knew there were kids in high school that definitely, they were evangelical Christian, but they still definitely went with the anal sex because you weren't quite going all the way. You weren't pissing off God that much.
Well, they called it the Catholic condom in my school.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, indeed. But there's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
Just think about that, the purple oyster. What did we say?
Purple plums.
The purple plum. That could also happen.
Well, the most innocent of their encounters was the constant grinding, which we found out is known affectionately to Mormons as the Provo Push.
Yeah.
Now, Jodi had already fallen for Travis, but Travis was already starting to become distant. They'd talk on the phone for hours between visits, but when they saw each other in person, it became obvious that Travis was mostly interested in more Provo pushing.
Yep. He started immediately compartmentalizing her of this because they didn't really get along personally. The only time they really connected in any way, shape, or form was when they were having sex with each other. But Travis thought that this was mutual. He thought in his mind when he was saying, because he thought that we were both getting what we want out of the sexual relationship, or at least that's what he was telling himself. And she might have maybe thought that for a while, but you'll see when she talks about in the trial, she was like, that was the only time she felt she knew Travis was when they were having sex. It was the only time that he would open up, the only time he would ever do anything that was like a connection to her. But she was like denying it, and she kept feeding it. Like it was a whole thing. She was just getting like kind of wilder and wilder.
Well, in order to become the woman that she thought Travis wanted, Jodi suddenly announced that she was converting to Mormonism, and Travis baptized her himself on November 26th, 2006, not 2 months after they met.
The look on his face, they took pictures at the baptism, and
How
the look
hell
of the
did he
face.
baptize him?
That's what you do. You
Yeah,
get
but like in a tub? Where did they go?
you absorb nothing. If you look at the whole Mormonism series we did, yes, they put him in a huge tub. They baptized
No, I
him.
know that, but I'm saying it's just this guy and her. We're at a Motel 6.
He was like her sponsor. His Mormonism was like, she was like, he brought her in.
They were at a temple.
Okay.
Yeah, and the look in his eyes. The only way I can describe is I'll take a picture of me and like they're next to each other and she's smiling and look in his face and being like, I've made a huge mistake. Because he realized what he's done. He keeps saying like, we're friendly, we're fuck buddies. It's cool that we're fuck buddies.
So
That's what we do.
He's like when you're super hammered, you say something dumb and then you try to walk it back for 3 hours and you're just like, this isn't working. There's nothing I can do to make this better.
I have opened a door to this because she was like, maybe it'd be fun for me to convert to Mormonism, and he didn't say like, I think that's a bad idea, like, which is the first thing that probably ran straight to the service, being like, you should probably not do that because I got a foot out the door, and then she did it though, and then she could, because then anybody just say what you're thinking, say your truth. Tell people what you're really feeling, because if not, this is what happens. And this is,
well,
I don't even think
you usually don't get stabbed 30 times.
I feel like being stabbed 30 times isn't even the worst thing that can happen. The worst thing that can happen is you create a family. And you don't realize it. All of a sudden you got all these kids and you hate everybody, and and then you disappear or you start killing a bunch of people.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But in a move that, in my opinion, made sure that Travis would never take Jodi seriously as a long-term partner, the two of them had full-on sex just hours after the baptism ceremony.
It is a completely unsexy ceremony, right? You get the Mormon underwear.
Right.
You are stared at by a group of elders, all just shaking, just been like, "He will hold a child," like just all of the Emperor
Scary
Palpatines
stuff. Yeah.
from Mormonism staring at you, and you take a vow of chastity.
Yeah.
In that moment, saying like, we are going to wait till we get married. We're going to do this thing. And so he put the ring on his finger the whole time, cross fingers behind his back. They go, and this is the most holy of holies. You went into the fucking all-seeing eye of God himself inside of the temple. It's the most sacred space within the Mormon world. You lied. Then you fucking got your snoosh.
Uh-oh.
And I can't help but think, I was like, the idea of the cold wash of post-ejaculation, like clarity.
Yeah.
What that must have been like after this, when they fucked.
Oh, yeah, for him. Yeah, because up to this point, like, they'd still been, like, Mormon safe. And then as soon as she becomes a Mormon, they fuck and they both break their vows, which kind of makes it a little hotter, I guess.
Yeah.
It makes it a little hotter, and then you just say, wheels on, and then you just watch Wheel of Fortune and forget about it.
Well, that's because I'm not going to say it's healthy, but it's a type of compartmentalization that works. Where this is, he nuts, and then it's the cold water of like, I just did a big sin.
Yeah.
I just did a big sin in front of God. And she is kind of doing a performative thing anyway, because she's just trying to fucking nail him down. She's just trying to make him her husband, essentially.
She got him. Well, you know what's interesting? They call it a vow of chastity, because every chastity I know had sex with my friends. It's such a strange name to have. Chastity, you don't think about it like that. But
Well, less than a month later, Travis hosted a prepaid legal event in Mesa and invited friends from California and Utah to stay over at his place. Now, naturally, being in the prepaid legal scene, Jodi heard all about it, so she invited herself along. But Travis told her, "You can't stay with me. You can come, but you can't stay here."
Whoa, come on, Trev.
No, Travis is not doing well with this situation because he doesn't like them mixing. He doesn't like Jodi and his friends mixing because, as we'll see, they're very outwardly sexual.
Regardless, she showed up at his door anyway, announcing to everyone that she was his girlfriend, while Travis had to keep walking it back by saying they were just dating. Every single time she said, I'm his girlfriend.
Yeah, but there's so many friends I have that are girls that are great.
Yes,
and you are one of them girl
Top
stash
10. Top 10.
friend. Top 10 girl friend of mine. Yeah, you are.
Hell yeah.
By the end of the night, she'd creepily fallen asleep under Travis's Christmas tree. And this is a Mormon party, so it's not like they were all drunk or anything. There's no fucking alcohol here.
I don't know how much fucking Mountain Dew. You know how much I have you can have so much Mountain Dew you kill your boyfriend.
Oh, sure.
From there, Jodi glommed on and became the stereotypical clingy girlfriend nightmare. She'd follow him from room to room. She'd sit on his lap anytime that he settled in. She'd even sometimes wait outside the bathroom while he was inside using it.
This is the truth. This is the thing that his roommate, Travis's useless roommate, that we'll probably cover more next episode, but him just being like, yeah, look, the thing that was like really weird about Jodi is that whenever T-Dog, because he went by fucking T-Dog, whenever fucking T-Dog was going to the fucking bathroom and shit, she'd be like out there listening or whatever, and then leave when he flushed. It's fucking weird, man. I didn't say nothing, though.
So weird.
I didn't tell him or anything. I didn't help him out or anything. It's not my business, man. I'm just the roommate, dude.
Absolutely. Technically, that's a good roommate.
You can be surprised how much your male roommate can purposefully not see.
Look at Kato.
But she was also publicly sexual with Travis, kissing his neck in front of other people. And in one particularly embarrassing display, she sucked his earlobe right in the middle of a Mormon wedding.
Well, this is fun.
It's not
This
sexy.
is nice.
Because she's just like,
you know what?
lithe, like just hanging out, just like sucking on his neck and stuff, being like,
Yeah.
you like that, chappy, baby? Do you like it?
Well,
It's
I
like,
was just so upset with my earlobes being dry.
Yeah.
And now they're all wet.
yeah, so good. I guess I work on the other one. Ooh, the priest man's looking at me.
Yeah.
You must love this.
Love having these wet ears.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah.
I like having this WAP,
What
wet ass pussy.
Wet ass pussy. So is your butt sweating into your pussy, or?
They've been talking with scientists quite a bit about what is the source of wet ass pussy, and they actually think that a lot of the liquid that might come from the top of the butt.
Well, I'll remember that when we're doing cunnilingus.
Well, he hated all this shit. Like, he kept... God damn, man.
What? I mean, honestly, okay. So, but at this point, also, like, there's a lot of lonely people out there who wouldn't mind a Miss Jodi.
No, of course not.
They wouldn't, but he fucking hated it. Like, he kept... Every time she would do it, he would just kind of, like, push her away and be like, hey, could you stop it? Could you please stop it? And she'd keep trying to hold his hand and cuddle up with him, and he kept being like, could you just give me a little bit of space here? But he kept inviting her to shit. He kept bringing her around.
You kind of got to.
Well, that's the thing, is that she's publicly declaring herself his girlfriend. He keeps trying to roll it back, but at the same time, he's addicted to the snooch.
Yeah.
He wants
Right.
the snooch more than anything else. And so he thinks that I can do all this. That I can play with her feelings. I can use them when I want to, and then discard her or hellish rebuke her whenever I can to get her out of the room. But sometimes it doesn't really work like that.
Well, I've been watching a lot of billionaires during panels. They do a lot of panels on money, and they always eat. Billionaires are always eating pretzels during public conversation.
It's difficult for them to stop, but they're always working and thinking.
It's very weird. But one great quote, a billionaire said, "Never underestimate an overconfident man." And I would say, never underestimate somebody who overestimates themselves.
What? Oh, well, that actually makes sense. That is a saying that actually works. Yeah.
That's what it was. And it seems like he was underestimating her a little bit.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, constantly. Well, concerning the Mormons, every single Mormon that Travis knew saw that Jodi was full of shit. She would study scripture, yes, but all she was doing was opening to random pages of the Book of Mormon and pretending to know what it was talking about, all while constantly having, quote-unquote, Mormon experiences as a result. But the obsession with Travis didn't end there. Co-workers at the restaurant where she worked said she'd park outside the restaurant before her shift and wait in the car for Travis to text or call. And she wouldn't go inside until he did, even if it meant she was like 20 minutes late to her shift. But Jodi would also do her best to make Travis jealous. One time, when Travis and his friends were all at a hotel with Jodi, she over and over again walked past an open door where a group of businessmen were having a meeting, desperately trying to get them to notice her.
Think about this. It is a real-life version of Audrey Horne from Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's
especially
scary.
the beginning of it.
was murdered.
That is very scary when you put it like that.
But she'd walk in front of it, but let her go like, "Da-da-da, ba-da-da. Hey, boys. I don't see anybody looking at me."
This is where you make your polka. I don't want you. You're too young for me. Hey, you're too young.
That's actually a
you're too
good
young.
song. But we're just the beginning of this.
Yeah.
This is just her. She's going to blossom into Laura Flynn Boyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
She even went on dates with other men from Prepaid Legal, droning on and on about Mormonism before making out with them in her car and later calling them to say they couldn't date anymore, hoping that it would all get back to Travis.
Damn.
Now, the longer Travis's friends hung out with Jodi, the less they liked her. Partly because she seemed unemotional about all things Mormon. She'd always say the right thing, but it was always in the wrong tone. And they could tell that she just didn't believe.
I mean, Mitt Romney is considered a Mormon extrovert. How much emotion do they need?
Well, they would be very into it because, again, it's thought control.
Yeah.
So it has to go all the way deep in. Everyone has to pretend to be super enthusiastic about the thing, or else you stick out like a sore thumb. It's like fucking living in North Korea.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so it's like Kim Jong-un killing you because you didn't clap hard enough.
Yeah.
Yes, there is that strain. But there's also the naivete of this group. Because you know how like 13-year-olds can be cruel? Mm-hmm. Like children.
No.
I see it every day.
I think I got taunted about a year ago from a 13-year-old, a group of kids.
They go right to the center of what is the thing you fear most about your own personality.
Vicious.
Someone took a picture of me on the subway once, and then I randomly ran into this person at the bar, and they're like, "Can't believe you're here." And they showed me a blurry picture of myself, and it's just because I'm big. Yep. And then they also laughed because they're like, and the pictures just came out blurry.
It is. I could see there is humor there. But if you look at this case,
Big Kissel is a human being,
boys,
ladies and gentlemen. Just so you know, he is a human being.
But the other boys around Travis had a 13-year-old's mentality about sexuality and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Travis, included in this, would say the same thing, being like, Jodi's a nymphomaniac. You know what I mean? Like, to everybody around them, being like, she's this crazy sex cat, and she's doing this to me. And that's the way they all started saying this about Jodi. They were all like, Jodi is Travis's, like, sex friend that will eventually disappear. And they look at her as just that. It's that she was, like, the driving force of everything. Meanwhile, like, again, what Marcus was saying, he kept inviting her out. Mm-hmm. He kept coming, she kept coming back.
Seems like there is trouble on the horizon.
It's brewing. Well, Chris and Sky Hughes, they were still playing home base for a meeting point because they lived halfway between Jodi's place in California and Travis's place in Arizona.
And, of course, that's meeting spelled MEATING, a meeting place where you go and you fuck.
That's weird. If I think of meeting place, I think of barbecue place.
No kidding.
Well, this
Can't have sex with that.
I mean, you can. We saw Nadia's video.
Oh, my.
This, however, didn't last long because the Hughes family, particularly Sky, got very tired of Jodi very quickly. Eventually, she butted in and told Jodi to move on, which naturally pissed off Travis. But Jodi saw this as an opportunity. In order to up the ante again and to bring Travis closer, she wrote herself a fake email that was supposedly from an anonymous stalker. He said he was watching her every move, Travis doesn't deserve her, and that he was too far away to protect her. Now, while Travis fell for it completely, Sky immediately recognized it as a desperate attempt to get Travis to ask her to move to Mesa so he could, quote-unquote, protect her. When it didn't work, Jodi got even more obsessive. She began showing up at Travis's house in the middle of the night unannounced, having driven 300 miles. And if Travis's door was locked, she would crawl through the doggy door to get in.
This is
I am
where
getting a little bit scared.
this is where it really starts to turn.
Okay.
Right? Because think about this. Again, Travis didn't think this was a threat because she's a 110-pound woman.
Right.
Shows up at his house. To me, I've had this happen to me. I had this happen to me in college where somebody just shows up, right? They just show up and they're like, hi, I just got in the car and I don't know what really came over me. I just knew I had to see you tonight. And
Could
then
be kind of romantic, though.
it
could be.
This
in
is
a
months
world-
in. This is months in. All right. So she shows up, but that's what Travis went like, all right. You know what I mean? Okay. I know it happened once. If it happens once, you're like romantic.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
2 times, shows back up. Okay, getting weird. Becoming a scheduled thing. I don't know why it's like this. 3rd time, you crawl in my doggy door
Right.
and start fucking around in my kitchen. And she tells you about it all funny. She's like, yeah, I was knocking and you didn't answer. So I just crawl into the doggy door. And you have to, and you still go like, cool. That's bad, man.
You gotta
is
board
just,
up that doggy door.
Yeah.
get rid of the doggy door.
Definitely. That's just a door. Yeah.
And then she had a t-shirt custom made that said Travis Alexander's.
You like it, Travis? You like it?
And wore it around.
I made it so because I belong to you, Travis, and
That's
no one
my
else.
name. Yeah. You got a shirt with my name on it.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah. That's definitely my name.
Fucking
on
like it? You tell me you like it.
I love it.
Now later, her defense would say that Travis had ordered the shirt and made her wear it. But
Boyfriends love doing that.
Oh, I can't. Nothing makes me happier than when a woman who I maybe or when I'm scared for my life, and then they have a shirt with my name on
This
it.
is property of Ben
Yeah,
Kisses.
that's just man. That makes me feel great.
But his friends maintain that if this was the case, if Travis had made the shirt, it wouldn't have said Travis Alexander's. It would have said T-Dogs.
T-Dog. This guy is a pretty hip dude.
He is pretty. He has 2 hips.
I guess that explains the doggy door. Maybe it's for him.
It was actually for his pug, Napoleon.
Oh, how's he doing now?
I would imagine, this is a while ago. Pugs don't live very long, so I'd imagine
No.
Napoleon's probably in the ground, yeah.
Natural causes, though.
Natural causes.
Suicide.
Suicide. Is that pug natural causes? Yep. I thought it was having too much cake.
Don't feed your dog cake.
No.
No, not chocolate cake anyway.
Now, on one of those unannounced visits, Jodi went through Travis's MySpace account. Because this is 2007 after all, so they're all on MySpace. And she found sexually explicit messages from Travis to a married Mormon woman.
What?
But instead of this being the end of the relationship, as it should have been, Jodi parlayed Travis's guilt into official coupledom.
Boom! Flip it.
Boom! Flip it. She listened to
KMM
Kiss All
here.
Management.
Yes, indeed. She put it all on Reg. Boom! Flip it.
There's something about the idea of someone doing things flagrantly against your will, and you saying, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, and then you then escalate your own relationship and you like upgrade it
Yeah.
to, okay, I'll be your boyfriend then, which is setting a system of allowances that you have now said, okay, all that shit's cool. This is the rules of our relationship. You can break into my house anytime that you want. Like, because this is, have you had this debate? What's this idea? Like the idea that
If someone can break into your house,
if someone looks into your social media accounts and discovers you cheating, but they had to transgress the breaking into your social media accounts to discover that you're cheating, who's worse? Who's at fault?
I just think the whole thing should probably end.
Yeah, the whole thing should just end. Yeah, you're just it's a bad relationship because if you if you break into someone else's social media account, then you don't trust them already. So
Yeah.
So it seems like all this is bad.
Seems like it's not going to end great. I'm guessing that's why we're talking about it.
now, naturally, when they became officially a couple, Sky Hughes objected, and she finally decided to make her worst fears known. In an unfortunately prophetic statement, Sky told Travis during a conversation one night at her house when both Travis and Jodi were staying there that Jodi straight up fucking scared her. In fact, she said that Jodi's obsessive behavior and jealousy were so concerning that she and her husband wouldn't be surprised if they one day heard that Travis had been found dismembered in Jodi's fridge.
So you guys think it's gonna last then?
But the best part is that if I'm in the fridge, I can last for like a year.
Yeah, that's great. Cool.
Everyone knew that she was dangerous. Everyone saw this coming. But just as Sky was saying this, she heard the door behind her creak.
Oh my God.
Turned out, Jodi was standing in the hallway listening to the whole conversation.
I was just walking by. Yeah, I was just walking by.
Just seeing what you guys are talking about. I was saying that I was just straight up scared that Jodi would miss dessert because I made all of this pineapple upside down cake.
Well, as soon as Sky realized that Jodi was listening, she loudly changed the subject.
So that last sentence never happened. Now let's talk about the jazz.
Always talking about the jazz.
Jodi then walked in, asked, "Hey, why aren't you guys in bed yet?" And they said, "Oh, we're just talking, just staying up. We're old friends, hadn't seen each other in a long time." And then Jodi left. And after Jodi left, Sky and Travis continued talking about Jodi. But when Sky got the feeling of being watched, Travis opened the door again, and there stood Jodi once more, wearing a look of pure rage.
Yeah, it's like
terrified.
It's like when I have to shut the door on Wendy's so Natalie and I can have sex with each other.
Oh my God. Oh.
And after that, the Hughes never let her back into the house.
Yeah.
She just never was allowed in the house ever again.
Never
That's
again.
a massive red flag. If your girlfriend is not allowed in your friend's house, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
But he's just keeps separating. He thinks he's got all this handled. He thinks he knows. He's the fucking sales lead at PPL.
I know. It's a money laundering scheme. It's a pyramid scheme.
He's
company.
doing very well in it.
Okay.
Now, since Jodi was banned from their regular meeting place, they started taking road trips together, taking off locations from a book unfortunately titled 1,000 Places to See Before You Die.
That's very scary. It really does make this whole story. Every single thing that sounds innocent becomes so macabre.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's like
not
every
like-
single time as I'm going through all of this material, every love song becomes scary.
Yes, absolutely. It's not like the movie about Schmidt where it's like bucket list. Let's go to Montana. It's you want to get to see as many sites as possible because he didn't have a long time left.
During these trips, they'd also swing by prepaid legal conferences, where Jodi would once again be sidelined and ignored for the duration. Well, she kept trying to come in and grab at him and all that, and he just ignored. No, just leave me alone. But once Travis realized his friends didn't approve of Jodi, he kept seeing her. She was still his girlfriend, but he started keeping her a secret. In the meantime, they traveled to, among other places, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, this big, creepy, gigantic cross outside of Amarillo that also has a statue of Jesus holding a dead fetus. It's a real weird place.
He's got to be holding it because if not, it'd be on the floor or on a plate or in a bucket.
Well, you never know what's going to happen.
And they also visited all the big Mormon landmarks like Nauvoo and the Sacred Grove, where it was said that Joseph Smith received the golden plates.
I'm going to say the worst place they went to was the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. A little overrated.
I like the
Little
Rock and Roll
overrated.
Hall of Fame.
The
That's
only
'cause you
thing,
can fit, honestly, Marcus, it's because you can fit in the clothes.
yes, the only thing the
I-
Rock and
I
Roll
just
Hall
feel
of Fame
shame.
showed me was that every rock star wears tiny clothes.
Very tiny, and it's just I'm like, why am I even allowed to talk?
No, we are just not rock star sized. You're supposed to be. You have to have a 27-inch waist at least.
Absolutely.
However, Travis was still texting other women, and when Jodi discovered this on a road trip to Huntington Beach in June of 2007, they agreed that Travis wasn't ready for a relationship, and they broke up.
Well, I'm not ready for a relationship right now, Lois. That's Ace Ventura. Wow.
But you wonder at some point he's like, oh, so many texts from all these different women. Ah, man, I shouldn't be doing this, huh, Jodi? Huh? It seems like this would be a reason for us to break up. Huh? All these texts that I'm sending, huh?
This man is tempting fate right here. Not to victim blame. No one deserves to get stabbed.
But hey, she broke up with him.
So this was it for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, for now, obviously.
They only think about this. They only dated 4 months.
Yeah.
This whole thing is 4 months. She's sneaking in the dog door.
They only dated for 4 months. They fucked for much longer than that.
Okay.
Well, after they broke up, Travis seemed to begin the process of finding his proper Mormon wife and started dating a woman from church named Lisa, who is a self-described lover of all things Disney, Kevin Costner, and karaoke.
I'm also just one of those crazy girls that loves carbs.
Wow.
I love carbs, and I love a glass of wine or two.
Wow. Well, that's actually pretty controversial for the Mormon church. That's amazing. I can't think of a fate worse than death other than his actual fate than dating this woman.
Well, I mean, she's just a regular Mormon woman. She loves
Yeah.
Disney and Kevin Costner. It's like,
I mean, everyone loves the Koss. That's fine.
yeah.
But until she meets him, and then next thing they're married.
Kevin Costner is a very specific flavor.
He's a hunk.
No, I don't know. So do you think that you would put him in the hunk category? Because I think that
Kevin Costner?
I find him to be sort of bland.
I do too, but my wife would definitely put him in the hunk category.
Yeah, your wife would climb him like a fucking jungle gym.
Yes, indeed.
You can't let them
He's
be
not
in the
that
same
big of a
room.
guy, though. He's not that big of a guy.
Really?
No, you could take him. You could take him, Marcus.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
I think
Maybe
you should
you're gonna have
fucking
to.
call him out. Next time you come to LA,
Yep.
we'll find this fucking asshole. 3 of us will show up in front of the house being like, you think you can fuck my buddy's wife?
You want to fuck his wife,
You
dude?
think you can fuck my buddy's wife? Huh?
Yeah. Good Lord, loved you in Robin Hood though.
We all did.
Love him in Robin Hood, the best Prince of Thieves.
But tragically, Travis just couldn't stay away from Jodi. It was him that got a hold of her again. And even though he was dating Lisa, he was still calling Jodi for raunchy phone sex. And by July, Jodi had moved just 4 miles from Travis's house in Mesa.
You see,
shit.
this is where it gets. Because this is, again, he thinks he's got this under control.
Yeah.
She's in California. She's 300 miles away from me.
This is not good, buddy.
I can handle all this. Comes a surprise announcement. Hey, Travis, what's up? You look great tonight. Nothing, Jodi. What are you doing here? You drove again from California? No, silly. I'm your neighbor now. And then you could just, like, the look on his face going, oh.
That's great, awesome.
Awesome.
This isn't going to derail everything.
Well, from there, Travis and Jodi's relationship was mostly sexual. I mean, she, again, molded to what he wanted. She'd sneak into his house 3 or 4 times a week for sex, and she'd send dirty texts like, I want to grind you, and my pussy is so wet.
You're going to want to go to the doctor for that.
That is uncontrollable piss.
That is huge. I think it's coming from your butt. It's actually, it's
You're
kind of.
fucking 14 years old. I think we've degraded as men.
Yes, indeed.
But if they weren't fucking, they were fighting, endlessly cycling through arguments and makeup sex. And with each cycle, the sex kept getting dirtier and more animalistic, because sex was pretty much the only thing Jodi had to hold on to at this point.
Like, what do you mean? Were they making barn noises? Was it like, now it's Moo Mondays, don't forget to come over in your best dotted dress?
Well, yeah, he put a bell on. She put a farmer's hat on. She's got to milk the cow. And then you got to put the cow in the fuck stable.
Oh, my God. We didn't even have time to have sex beating all these fake farmers.
All these fucking chores. It's just like, I wish I could just suck your dick. I just keep pantomiming picking corn.
Horrible foreplay we've come up with here.
Well, from what Travis told one of his friends, Jodi became an addiction. And even when he did manage to break free temporarily, she'd show back up and throw herself at him sexually, and he could never resist. Meanwhile, Jodi's view of the relationship was getting more drastic. She wrote in her journal that if things didn't work out with Travis, she'd kill herself. And things got even more heated when Jodi caught Travis making out on the couch with Lisa.
Oh, my God. If this wasn't so sinister, it's really not a big deal.
It is interesting to also say, you know how she caught them, right?
What, was she stuck into the dog door?
She was staring at them through his window.
She's fucking Michael Myers in this shit.
She went outside his house and would stare inside of his windows for hours. Just out there with her shirt that says Travis Alexander's, just hanging out with, like, I went by the gun store the other day. I got you a rack.
Lisa must have. Yeah. I'm going to need a gun rack. I'm going to own a gun. Doesn't Lisa must recognize this weird-ass chick is outside constantly.
Well, that's why the relationship was short-lived, because all Travis would talk about was Jodi. Like, it wasn't just
Oh
that she
my-
was around all the time. Travis would talk about Jodi fucking constantly. And Lisa said that Travis was too focused on sex anyway for her to take him seriously. But considering how Lisa later said that she thought that a man could will away an erection through faith in Lord Jesus Christ, seems like Travis just had the sex drive of an average dude in his fucking 20s.
All of these people were horribly brainwashed by Mormonism and their idea of sex, and I think that's that's the thing, is that none of them were educated with any tools. None of them had any tools to handle this type of complicated interpersonal relationship. To figure out, like, when is somebody a threat? When does it get to a point where you truly have to set a boundary? A boundary is because you have to stick by these things. You just, again, it's like, if you're gonna text that person, just fucking jerk off. Get it out. Come once, and then look at the text.
Yes, very good advice. Anthony Weiner could have used it a long time ago.
Yes, he could have.
That's a funny little joke there about Anthony Weiner. He was congressman. He
We all-
married to
we all
Uma
remember.
Abedin.
He's gonna be a mayor here. He would have been
Possibly
our
a
mayor right
mayor.
now.
He would have
Took
been.
a picture with a boner next to his kid.
It's not good. He should have let the power of God will it away.
Sydney Leathers, remember her?
I love Sydney Leathers. Yes, indeed. She made a lot of money there for that week.
Well, regardless, the pause on the relationship with Lisa sent Travis back to Jodi and a road trip to Carlsbad Caverns and Roswell, which that's a great fucking road trip.
Yeah, not bad. They're doing shit.
They're doing shit, yeah,
They
but
shouldn't be doing anything.
No, I know, but it's just if it didn't end in murder.
that's the thing is that Travis is also treating Jodi like shit. Like, he's yo-yoing her because he does the road trip with her and he comes back and, on the road trip, it's like, maybe we'll give things another shot. He comes back and he immediately goes back to Lisa and it's like, yeah, sorry, Jodi, I'm not gonna do this. Like, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He doesn't know the forces that he is fucking with.
He's using her. And again, in another situation, that would be the problem, is that he is using her for sex.
But he's slowly increasing the level of danger. Every single time he yo-yos Jodi back and forth. And after that, Jodi started climbing in through the doggy door again while Travis wasn't at home to go through his computer and rearrange his possessions just to fuck with him.
Just to show you that no matter where you go or what you do, it's just a funny little message. Just show that, like, I don't leave.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
No, I don't leave.
Actually, and I loved where I used to keep my keys because I always knew where they were. But then it seems as if you move them. This woman really is. This is one of the scary. This is maybe one of our first true stalker situations.
Yeah.
It's safe to say she's a straight up stalker, right? I mean,
she started hanging around Lisa's house while Travis was there. She'd open up the front door just to make the alarm go off. She'd play Ding Dong Ditch and run away.
My question is, though, is it a stalker if you're fucking the stalker?
I don't know.
Do you if you're fucking the stalker and you are leading the stalker on? I think that no one is doing great.
Yeah.
No one is making the right decisions here, other than maybe Lisa. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
Lisa's just living her Mormon life. They're just doing Eskimo kisses and fucking drinking hot chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, she kept with the stalker behavior. She slashed his tires twice. She slashed Lisa's tires. And then she started sending vaguely threatening emails from an account with the name John Doe. It was mostly just Jodi telling Lisa that Heavenly Father was deeply ashamed of all of Lisa's quote-unquote whoredoms.
Very scary.
Very scary indeed.
But Travis had other problems besides just Jodi. The year was 2008.
Oh no, here comes the recession.
And Travis had bought his house a couple years before at one of those famously high mortgage rates. And that mortgage rate was only getting higher as the Great Recession loomed. He then owed more money on his mortgage than his house was worth.
I don't want to tell you that I told Travis boom flip it.
Yeah.
But I did. And I thought I thought the good times were never gonna end.
Yeah. And because of this, Travis had to get roommates, who turned out to be completely and totally useless. The only reason the only reason why I mentioned the roommates is just to illustrate how fucking useless they were in every way.
The roommate is good if you need a human shield, though.
Yep.
But
At
they
least
didn't
you would
even
have-
do
but
that.
They didn't even do that. Okay.
Well, after that, Travis broke up with Lisa and started seeing a Mormon named Mimi. After the third date, though, he came home to find Jodi asleep in his bed.
Oh, it's like a Disney fairy tale.
It's not though. It's not though. It's bad. It's not a sugar plum fairy. It's a very dangerous woman.
Well, over the next few weeks, she continued breaking into his house, this time stealing shit in addition to moving things to odd locations. In the middle of all this, Travis started a blog, because again, it's 2008. He called it Travis Alexander's Being Better blog. And 2 weeks later, Jodi started one as well that was pretty much just retreads of everything Travis wrote. And she would quote things that Travis quoted. Like, Travis was a big fan of Marianne Williamson because of how much... Yeah, because of...
I love Marianne.
We forget that Marianne Williamson's been around for fucking decades.
A Course in Miracles has been in my mother's life for so long.
And look how great your mom is doing.
She's so adjusted.
She's doing perfect. You guys communicate all nice and clear.
It's clear.
Yes, indeed.
Well, meanwhile, Travis had invited Mimi along on a trip to Cancun. Problem was, this was a prepaid legal trip, and he'd already asked Jodi. But when Mimi said yes, Travis told Jodi he was going alone.
No.
Yo, bro,
Nope.
this is not going to be good.
Nope.
Even so, Travis and Jodi continued talking, fucking, and having phone sex. And Jodi ended up recording one of those phone sex sessions without telling Travis she was recording it.
Okay.
Now, honestly, the actual dialogue is just too fucking embarrassing to play. I mean, I could only imagine how fucking mortifying it would be to have the entire world listen to me having phone sex with a fucking woman who ended up murdering me. It's the worst fucking nightmare.
Yes, indeed. The water is pooling up on my butt. Yeah. you know soon it's going to go to my pussy.
My pussy. I can't imagine anybody hearing my horny voice.
No.
I don't want it because I don't want to hear the register of my horny voice
No.
recorded in any way, shape, or form. I don't want to hear the.
I don't want to hear it either. So
Like you just don't want to hear it. It's very bad, and it's highly embarrassing for Travis after the fact.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What we will play from the tape, though, is Jodi Arias badly faking an orgasm, which was, by the way, played in open court.
Okay. Well, there's nothing fake about that.
But
Well, I mean, she was selling it though. It reminds me of that romantic comedy. Not to keep on, maybe it's just pure loneliness. Again, I lost a dog in my butt today. But like something. What about Sally? Whatever happened to Sally or Sally's Big Adventure?
Sally's Big Adventure.
When Harry met Sally, is that what you're talking about?
When Harry and Sally had
I
a dinner
love the
together.
sequel, Sally's Big Adventure, when she goes down, she becomes super small and goes inside a magic tree.
Oh yeah.
But the one thing about all of this is that it ends with Travis saying, "You sound like a 12-year-old girl having your first orgasm." He says this thing at the end of this, which goes into their weird. In the trial section, we'll talk about next episode, she sets up all of this like pedophilia stuff, but it sounds like there was this weird game that they were playing where she'd be like, "I'm just a little baby girl that doesn't know how to come."
Well,
And it's just like, woo, not good.
I can help you sell insurance. That's the only thing I know.
You sound like you're too young to be selling insurance.
No, the whole thing's highly fucking embarrassing. It's awful that this shit was, broadcast to the entire fucking world.
The whole world in front of his parents and his friends, and they had to hear his guttural like, "Yeah, I want you to touch your pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want you to do it."
I don't know why they needed to play it so loud in court, but I guess it's very important in some ways. I don't know.
The fucking phone sex conversation was an hour and 10 minutes, and they played it beginning to end in court.
What's the whole point of that?
We'll get into it. There is a reason behind
Okay.
it. Yeah, but there is a reason behind it, and it's the defense that's playing it, not the prosecution.
I see.
And we can't say exactly what it was that drove Jodi Arias to murder, because as we've demonstrated, it was 100 tiny things that put the knife in Jodi's hand. But the pebble that started the avalanche may have been a blog entry that Travis wrote on May 18th, 2008 called "Why I Want to Marry a Gold Digger." In it, he complained about being unmarried at 30 and went on to give a description of the kind of woman he wanted to marry, which sounded nothing like Jodi Arias.
And he meant gold digger. He was being cute and
Yeah.
turning the phrase on its side, where he wasn't like, he didn't want to marry a gold digger like you'd say, like the Kanye
gonna take
West
all your money, yeah.
version. Yeah, it's the opposite. It's someone who's willing to dig for the gold inside of me.
Well,
Right?
that's not the term, though.
But yes, but this is PPL and his motivational version of it. And she read all the stuff, and it's like, not only was it not me, but she also then had downgraded her location because she moved Mesa to act like things were like, maybe this will spur things and I'm closer to him, but she couldn't afford it anymore, so she had to leave and move back in with her grandparents. So this is like, she's already being downgraded
Yeah.
even further.
This is not good. The blog may have done it.
Before this blog post, it was said that she talked about nothing but Travis, how they were going to get back together and get married, how this was all just a rough spot, and so on and so forth. But in late May, after the blog post, she became quiet and no longer talked about Travis at all. Instead, relations between the two of them turned nasty. After she allegedly threatened to release the phone sex tape she'd made, he called her an evil sociopath and told her he never wanted to see her again. And this seemed to be a sort of breaking point, because 2 days later, Jodi began planning Travis's murder. On May 28th, she staged a fake burglary at her grandparents' house, taking only a DVD player, $30 of her own money to make it look good, and her grandfather's .25 caliber pistol, all while claiming she didn't know what happened because she'd spent the whole day at the Buddhist monastery.
It's where she always went.
Always, that's where she went. But he also,
If you had to ask me, like, where do you think she is? Like, oh, Buddhist monastery.
That's where she goes. But she also had the option of many guns. So it was like that thing where it was a stage break-in, but she just chose a bunch of dumb shit and just one of the guns, even though there was like 10 there.
Okay.
Jodi had also started seeing another prepaid legal rep named Ryan Burns, and she made plans to meet him in Salt Lake City at a prepaid legal conference on June 4th before going to see her ex-boyfriend, Daryl Brewer. From Daryl, she picked up 2 gas cans, telling him she was planning on taking a long road trip and gas was just cheaper in California.
Even though Daryl's like, why don't you go to the gas station?
Yeah, there's so many gas stations around.
She's like, you don't get it, and you never did.
Well, you can take them then.
You don't get it,
You just feel free to
and you
take
never
'em.
understood me.
I guess you haven't been spending much time at the Buddhist monastery.
Oh, I'm there every day.
Okay.
The truth, however, was that Jodi was planning to drive to Mesa to kill Travis, and she didn't want any receipts to place her anywhere near Arizona.
Premeditated, perhaps.
Oh, no, and I believe that the date with Ryan Burns was her alibi.
It was.
It's
yeah.
a show that I was not in town. I have this date with this clueless dude who's just like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those dates where she was like, she was in California, they started talking, and she's like, I'll drive up and see you. And he's like, okay, cool.
Hey, man, once you get into the insurance game, pussy come running. I think everyone knows that.
They know that.
Yes, indeed. Starts to pool up there at the top of the butt. Goes all the way down.
After getting the cans, Jodi called Travis at 1 p.m. and again an hour later, most likely to tell him she was coming through Mesa, and because Travis could never resist, he said sure. Or at least that's what we think. We're not sure. We don't know.
We don't.
Woo, buddy.
I mean, she got there somehow. She got into his fucking house somehow. By 9 p.m., Jodi was on her way, but only after she turned off her phone to avoid anything putting her in Mesa on June 4th. It's just premeditation after premeditation after premeditation.
The whole time just scream singing, don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby? Just like every radio song, every 70s love song, just like making her fucking more and more fucking pumped up.
Just
ready
really
to go.
just relating to Delilah on radio like so hardcore.
But because she covered a trek so well, we're not exactly sure when Jodi showed up at Travis's house. But we do know that before the murder, they had sex all afternoon. And the reason why we know this is because there is photographic evidence.
This is like the key to this case being so unusual.
At 1:40 p.m. on June 4th, Travis took nude photos of Jodi with his digital camera. One was her propped up on her elbows, hair braided into pigtails, while another was just one of those weird bent-over, disembodied close-ups of genitalia and butthole.
Yes, indeed.
That's what Kissel did his research.
He did it,
We
yeah.
got the text last night that Kissel did his.
What did you call it, Ben? You said you'd done your beaver inspection?
I have the evidence right here because people don't think that I do a lot of work, but I did. This is evidence. I said also I don't want to take the lead role on research, but I've been doing a lot of beaver investigation, and I'm pretty sure this chick is innocent.
That's great. It was only at 1 a.m, and I mean we were all texting. But.
I don't know. But
there were-
based on those pictures alone, she didn't do anything wrong.
But there were pictures of Travis as well, one of him naked on the bed and another featuring Travis making the peace sign. They also, according to Jodi, did a little rope play, and Travis allegedly used a small knife to cut the rope into manageable pieces.
Uh-oh.
At 4:19, Travis checked his email, and by 5:22, he was in the shower. Now here's where things start getting a little muddy, but based off the digital photographs that were found, along with the forensic evidence, we can somewhat surmise what happened. When Travis got in the shower, Jodi grabbed the camera and started taking pictures. This went on for 7 minutes. But while most of the pictures were just butt and body, the last picture of Travis alive is entirely different. It's a close-up, but it appears as if Travis was sitting down in the shower, and he's looking directly at the camera with a terribly sad expression, as if he's finally realizing something fucking terrible for the first time.
It's like oh shit to 1,000. It is the look on his face is we don't know what he was looking at, but
Did she have the knife in her hand or anything?
No, I
like
don't
that?
know. I mean, quite possibly. I mean, she could also have just told him what she was about to do.
now that I've got you good and emptied, now that you've had enough of my body that you've enjoyed so much from a distance, even though you kept me so far away emotionally, now that I'm not your gold digger, maybe now's the time for a Mr. Travis to go meet his father in heaven.
I was actually redefining gold digger as someone who could dig for gold with me. I know you don't like digging. You don't like digging?
Yeah, we don't
I
know.
think she had the knife. I personally think that was when she went like, here we go. Because the what happens next is insane. The
They
fact
end
that
up happily ever after?
No.
Okay.
I mean, the look on his face is like, it's fear, it's disappointment, but there's also a hint of, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking
Okay.
serious with what you're doing right now? What we know for sure, though, is that by 5:29 p.m., Jodi Arias had begun stabbing Travis Alexander to death. The first few stab wounds weren't immediately fatal, but they were deep. 1 in the center of the chest and 3 in the stomach, as well as defensive wounds that split the webbing on his hand between his thumb and index finger.
Defensive wounds are so
Gnarly.
Yeah, man.
Well, it is rage stabbing. What Jodi didn't know, though, was that the camera was still on. And when it fell to the floor after the attack began, it started taking pictures. Now, none of these pictures are very clear, but what they do show is a partial portrait of a brutal 2 minutes. After the initial attack, Travis stumbled out of the shower and spewed blood into the sink as Jodi stabbed him 9 more times in the back. Still not dead, Travis stumbled into the hallway and collapsed. But Jodi's rage wasn't quite done. With Travis on the ground, she stabbed his head deep enough to chip his skull before she slit his throat ear to ear so deep she cut to the spine. Finally, she grabbed her grandfather's gun and shot Travis in the temple, taking absolutely no chance that she might leave him alive. Perhaps looking to destroy the evidence, she then dragged the body back to the shower and washed off all the blood using a plastic tumbler and a towel. After that, she deleted all the photos from the camera, or at least she thought she did, and she dropped it in the washing machine with the bloody towel. After pouring in bleach and turning on the machine, Jodi took the knife and the gun and left Travis's home. Neither murder weapon was ever seen again. But once she was a suitable distance away, she called her new boyfriend, Ryan Burns, and told him she was on her way to Salt Lake City. And that's where we'll pick back up for part 2 of Jodi Arias, where we'll cover her capture, her interrogation, and the extreme embarrassment of the most sexually explicit murder trial of the century thus far.
Oh my goodness! All
spicy,
right.
spicy shit.
That's brutal, man. That reminds me, when you mentioned how far she cut, that reminds me of O.J. Simpson a little bit.
Yes.
Where they said it went all the way, like, damn near decapitated
Oh no,
Yeah.
his victims.
This is a deep well of rage.
Yeah.
That she just poured.
It's like a
onto
lifetime of
Travis
rage.
Alexander. It's a lifetime of rage. We'll talk about this next episode too, about like, does this make someone then possible to kill again? Like, does this make you a permanently dangerous person, or is this a thing, or is this a one time? We'll get
I'm
into
going to
that.
say it's more likely. Why not?
Well, I mean-
I'm going to say it doesn't bode well that she won't.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. All right, Jodi Arias. Thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode. Absolutely fascinating. What's so weird is I feel like we're learning new stuff, despite the fact that this was so heavily covered in the mid-2000s.
There's a lot of details.
Almost like we were told
There's
a lot
a-
of lies as well.
There's
back
a lot
then.
of details, a lot of stuff that didn't get specifically covered. Really, a lot of it's just in the trial. If you watch all of the trial is available on YouTube.
Well, yeah,
So
you
there-
said she was on the stand for 18 hours?
she was
18
on this-
days.
18 days.
18 days.
And so
gee, they made her, that was a whole show.
we are gonna you get right into the center of Jodi Arias, where she to the destruction of her whole case. She should never have been on the stand, but we'll get into that next week.
Right. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for listening. Let's see here. Do we have some big announcements? We're going on tour this weekend. We're going to see you in Tacoma.
Shut up!
We're going to see you.
Shut up! We're
I
not
don't
going
know.
anywhere.
I don't
No,
We got some merch. If you
Yeah.
want to get some merch,
we got
go
a
to-
new fan shirt. Our new fan
Yes.
art shirt. It is on lastpodcastmerch.com by Noah Myhoff. He is at NCMEIHOFF on Instagram. He's an amazing designer, and we have our new Greg Drunk
Yes.
t-shirt up there. It's really, really great. Good chicken it.
Absolutely, and thank you all so much for the incredible fan art and everything that you share with us. It really brightens up the day, especially as these days continue. All right, so yeah, that's it. Keep on checking out all the shows here on the Last Podcast Network. You know where to find them, and yeah, I'm just gonna go. I think that's about it.
I would, and I'm going to say, if you I think maybe this is a good time. If you feel like you're threatened in a relationship, or if you're scared of your significant other, especially during this time period, make sure you tell somebody.
Yeah.
There are services. Maybe we can even put that up on the socials. It's better to tell people, no matter how embarrassing it is, before you end up getting stabbed to death while you're taking a shower.
Absolutely. All right, everyone, hail yourselves.
Hail Satan!
Oh, Helgi.
Let's do a Magustalations.
Hey, I could do one of those.
You can do one.
Hail me, eh?
Oh, sure, why not?
Hail my tiny little panties I got on, huh?
You definitely have tiny shorts on
You can see how far my legs go?
I do.
All the way to the top.
every day.
This show is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks to our ad sponsors, you can support our shows by supporting them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.